Howdy, Jeremy the Tall Trainer here, and we're gonna get a workout going. Let's just start with the jog in place just to get things started. All right, so we're gonna use some furniture sliders, for this workout. All right, so I've got a handful here. You can also use like paper plates or something like that. If you got a hardwood floor, you can use like towels, on the floor. And so there are some options that you can do, but certainly you want to get a nice slide coefficient. I do like these suckers here. All right, so we have a resistance training workout we're gonna do. It's a peripheral heart action training that we're going to do. And so what that means is we're going to kind of have an upper body and lower body alternating pattern for this. So upper body muscles, lower body muscles, going back and forth between the two of them during this workout. We've got 8 exercises. We're going to go through 4 times. It's going to give us 32 minutes of somewhat heart pumping, but muscle pumping work as well. All right, so let me do a couple little jumping jacks here just to warm up and loosen up a little bit. We're going to start off with a fly push-up, all right? And so we're going to use the push-up on the ground. I'm going to try to show you some options for some different things you can do. Certainly range of motion can be shortened for some of these exercises. If something hurts while you're doing this, don't keep going. That's not the idea. So we'll just we'll try to modify, adjust, and challenge ourselves, all right? So you should see me have a tough time, and who doesn't like seeing the trainer have a tough time, right? All right, I think I'm ready enough. I have 4 sliders here. There's one exercise I'm going to use all 4 of them with, but it doesn't come up till a little bit later, all right? And if you just have 2, it works out just fine without, the extra sliders there. All right, so the fly push-up, I'm going to do it face on to start with, all right? Once we start, we're going to try to keep it flowing through the whole 32 minutes, all right? So we're going to get it rocking and rolling. We can rest by doing a different exercise, all right? Ready, set, and begin. I got my hands on the sliders. I'm going to slide out and press back up. Slide out and press back up. All right, so I'm on my knees right now, which is where most people should be, for this one. All right, that's pretty good challenge right there. Now I can make this easier by not going as far. All right, but if I can manage it, I'm going to go nice and deep and then squeeze up. All right, I can do from toes also. But you want to make sure your form doesn't get nasty moving to a level like that. All right, let me just show you a couple from the side as well so you can see the difference there. You're still going on yours. Nice, good fun stuff there. All right, again, I can show you the toes. That slide in is really a good time. All right, now we're gonna take one slider behind one foot and we're gonna slide back, dipping down and coming up, all right? So same leg for the minute here. All right, so that was definitely upper body with the chest there. Now we've definitely gone lower body on the leg here. All right, now we're just gonna do one leg and then we're gonna do an upper body exercise again, then we'll do the other leg. All right, so we're doing that much of an alternating. Push that heel down as you're doing this. If this is too tough on the knees, you can do more of a tip. So I tip forward and come back up. But if you can manage it, get all the way down there, like you're tapping that knee on the ground. In fact, I am tapping my knee on the ground as I do this. Pressing down through the heel on that front leg. It's really featuring that front leg. And that's one thing the slider does with this exercise. It makes you use that front leg more, which is awesome. All right, now we have a reach out. All right, so hands are on the slider there, reaching out and squeezing back. Let me move this down a little bit. Reaching out, squeezing back. All right, this is pretty hard, so if you need to come up a little bit with the butt, you could. All right. What I would do is probably not go as far. Right there, make sure when you're coming out here, your back is gonna wanna arch. Don't let it. Keep those abs tight. If you want to, if you do it like a little bit easier, you can do one at a time. So you kind of support on the one arm, just a little bit, but as you're coming back in, make sure you're still pushing down into the slider and featuring that one just a little bit more, okay? If you're doing that one arm at a time. This one, it might be nice to have a pad under your knees for this exercise, since most people including me, don't need to do it from their toes. All right, so now other leg on that slide back. Dropping in, squeezing up. All right, digging that heel in, standing back up there. Now if you want to make it a little bit tougher, don't go all the way up, because sometimes when you go all the way up and you straighten that leg, there's a rest break. So try not to take the rest break if you want to make it tougher. If it's tough enough, then leave the rest break in a little bit if you need to. All right. Dropping in, squeezing up. Pushing down through that front heel. Remember, you have the option of doing that tip a little bit more, so it's a little less knee bend, but you're still getting that bend in the hips, flexing your glutes, but your hamstrings there too, all right? Oh yeah. All right, this is where we're gonna bring in the full spectrum. We got snow angels, all right? Hands and feet on sliders if you happen to have that many, and you're sweeping out and sweeping back in. Now I'm pushing my hands into the ground as I do this, because we want to work the upper back here. Nice little stretch in there. Now I'm only going up as far as my shoulder blades will stretch. My chest is a little bit tight right now, so it's not going as far. You may be able to go farther. Dig those heels in a little bit. Press those hands in. Ooh. Oh, leave that head down. I'm picking my head up so I can see you, but not the best form. Puff that chest out. Ooh. Pressing the back of the hands into the slider. All right, whew. All right, glute bridge. I'm gonna take 2 sliders there, put them under my heels, and I'm squeezing up. Now the big thing that this does, it just stops me from cheating. All right, so I'm less likely to be pushing across the ground because I would slide out. So now I gotta push directly down. All right, as I'm doing this, drop in and squeeze up. And you wanna make it tougher? Do top half on this glute bridge. All right, squeeze up, drop down. If you want to make it tougher than that, you could try just a hold at the top. So you're squeezing up and you're holding the whole time. That just requires the most muscle in there. So if you want to hold an isometric there, you could. That would be a bigger challenge there. Down and back up. Down, back up. Squeeze them. Abs pulled in, glutes tight. Nice. All right, next up, I'm gonna move these sliders to my hands. All right. Now, I can do this with hips off the ground or hips on the ground. All right, but I'm doing a little arm circle here. I'm gonna do 5 on one side, 5 the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift my weight to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me turn face the other way so you can see me from the back here. 1, 2, 4, 5. So now the higher I lift my hips, the harder this thing is. But I make sure it's good on my shoulder there too. I don't want to be adding too much of a kink in the shoulder. Turn again, just so I can see you now. I'm supporting on this one side and I'm moving the other side. The real work is actually happening on the side that's not moving. All right, that pressure on that one arm. The other arm is just having a fun time. The crab hold. All right, alternating curtsy lunge, all right, is next. So what we're gonna do is, you're gonna put just the toes up on the slider, and you're gonna slide one back, behind, and then switch. I'm gonna not show it very deep to start off with, just for those who are needing to watch out for the knees. All right, you do it right in here. Now, if you've got the mobility, you could take it all the way down to the knee, just about touches the ground right there. Right in there. Make sure that knee is staying lined up there. It's not hooking across harder than earlier, so you're kind of squeezing it out a little bit, kind of stay on the outside edge of the front foot there. All right. Sweet. All right, again, you don't have to go as deep. You just go for that reach to the side, almost like you're bowling. Hooking it there, right? Now we got that fly push-up again. Oh, so fly push-up. All right, out and back in. Out and in. Now, as you're doing this, keep some real nice posture in the shoulders. Abs in tight. Sure, we got a couple from the side here. Abs in tight. Everything's in a nice angle. I'm not dropping my head down. Now, if you can make that motion happen by squeezing in, it'll feel harder. So instead of pushing up and then coming in, try to squeeze in and then go up. All right, so you squeeze in and press up after you're getting a good squeeze in. All right, one-legged slide back. All right, foot on there, slide it back in. Remember, this could be the tip on this one. All right, digging in there. Remember, if you want to make it harder, just don't do the top part. You also notice that that back foot doesn't slide all the way in when I'm not doing the top part. If I come all the way up here, taking that rest break. So if I stay back there, it's keeping the work on, keeping the muscle switched on. It's gonna burn out a little bit faster there. It's gonna cost me a little more energy, a little more heart rate, which is not a bad thing. Oh, yeah, a couple more. One more, I think I get one more. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna use them set of sliders as knee pads. We'll see how that works. That was uncomfortable on this floor I got in here. Sliding out, sliding back, sliding out, sliding back. So don't go too far. This is a very hard exercise. So for most people, right in there is fine. And just a little bit past the head and then back in. If you got the range of motion, you can use it. Oh, boy, is that hard. Strength training. The harder the work, more the heart rate comes up too. All right. Single foot slide on the other side. All right. Right here. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep that foot back. See if I can avoid doing the top part of this. Make it burn just a little bit more. I am an extreme athlete after all. You want to be athletic for your own life. All right. Choose the right level for you. Challenge what you need to. All right. So if there's too much on these, if you're feeling these at all, shouldn't be. All right. Do just the tip forward, slide back. All right. There's no need to be aggravating the joints. All right. When you take care of those suckers. Oh, it's burning. Oh, it's burning. Should I get one more? All right, snow angels. All right. Again, you don't have to have the foot one for this. I got 4, so I'm going to use the feet too. But you can just use the arms and just do the arm part of this. All right, but since I have enough sliders for it, I'm going to do the legs too and get a little bit of that hip stretch in here as well. Now, pushing those hands hard into the ground is how you make this one tougher. You can feel the upper back flexing a little bit more here. Now for this one, I'm pretty tall, so I need a decent amount of floor space for this, especially to do upper body and lower body. The other day I did in the basement, didn't have that much floor space. Had to modify my range of motion and slide my hand under the couch a little bit in order to do it. But that's all right. Squeezing back, chest out. Whew. All right, glute bridge. All right, I'll leave the ones underneath my heels here and squeeze up. All right, so again, you can drop in and squeeze as you're doing this, or you can hold the top. All right, but if you're dropping and squeezing, only drop just a little bit and squeeze back up. We don't need to go all the way down and back up. Usually for most people, that bottom half of it is too easy. It's not enough work. Not enough work there. All right. Now you could do something where you do, you know, like 5 or so on one leg, maybe 5 or 10, and then you could switch. So if you're pretty strong on this, you might try that. Go back to double legs. Not double leg up, I haven't figured out how to do both legs up while doing the glute bridge. Ah! All right, nice. All right, now I got the crab circles there. All right, so up in the crab position, circling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, scrubbing the floor. All right, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to keep my shoulders squeezed away. So if you need to sit down and do it, that might be good. Just lean some pressure onto that other arm and shift back and forth, all right? So it may be too much to lift your butt off the ground while you're doing this one. Just go lean to the side and put some pressure on that one arm. Circle the other one, all right? Keep those shoulders squeezing down. It's almost like you're trying to keep your head as high as you can while doing this. Now this is tough on the wrists. It can be from that position. You could try a little bit on the knuckles. Or sometimes putting a dumbbell on top of the sliders can even work there too. All right, we got the curtsy lunge. All right, so you got the toes underneath, or the toes only on this slider so that you can plant your heel and not slide around anywhere. You don't need to end up in a split for this one. That wouldn't be good. Dropping in if you can. All right, if not, just kick out to the side. Kick out to the side, you still get to load the glute as you kick over to that side. All right, as I come here, I got a little more pressure on my pinky toe side of the foot. All right, that's a helpful piece on that to make sure the knee stays happy, because it's a little tricky there. It's a little tricky there. All right, when in doubt, don't go as far down. All right. Nice. Heart rate's doing pretty good, I bet. All right, staying up there at least. All right, so now we got the push up again. All right, fly, push up. This thing's so fly. Pushing into the ground. Try to push into the ground and then slide in. Or sorry, other way around, right? Slide in as you push. All right, so you're gonna start to slide in and then start coming up. Because what can happen really easy again is you just do a push up and then you move your hands. You kind of want it to happen at the same time. But it's hard. It's hard to do at the same time. 10 seconds. You may be done already, all right? If you need to, rest and then try again, or just get ready for the next exercise. All right, slide back. Just one leg first here. Slide back, coming up. Now I have done some stuff sometimes where I've done slide backs with the front foot on a slider. You better really know your stuff if you're gonna do that though, because you lose your balance, that foot kicks out, you're in trouble. All right, you've ended up in a split. All right, so we're not gonna do that in this one. All right, squeezing up. See if we get a little tougher. Don't come all the way up. Pressing that heel into the ground on that front leg. Keep the chest out. Digging the glutes. Oh. All right, we got that reach out. I'll use my knee pads again, that was nice. So just a towel or something like that, or a pillow, maybe more comfortable for the knees. I got concrete under here. It's not as sweet. This is the hardest floor we have in our studio. Hams in tight. Oh boy. Oh, that was tough. All right. One leg slider again. Switching sides. All right. Digging that heel. Alright. Hit the back nice and straight. So I tend to slouch sometimes when I'm doing this. You may even watch it in the video. I start looking down at my foot. I need to be looking ahead a little bit. Keep my upper body a little bit better posture here. Sometimes you just want to see what's going on down there. Push down and slide in. Push down, slide in. It's mostly a one-legged exercise right there, right? You got the snow angels. All right. Again, if you got 4, you can defeat ones too. If not, just the arms will do. Back of the hands, sweeping up and back there. Ooh. Chest out. Actually pushing those palms, or the back of the hands into the slider. Palms facing up. Back of the hand pressing into the ground. The harder you push in, the harder this exercise gets. You feel that upper back doing a bit more. You can claim more of that strength training feel in this workout here. Glute bridge. Already got some under my heels there. Good to go. Squeeze in. I'll hold the top on this one. Remember, you can go up and down or hold the top. Give a little variety here. Now, the closer your feet are together, typically the harder this one is to do. All right, closer feet are together, it tightens up some of the muscles on the top of the quad there as you come up. So now you're fighting against the tightness of your quad and hip flexor as you try to squeeze the top. So your butt is really working at the top of that range of motion as you reach the limit of the flexibility. Whew. Abs in tight. Making sure your back's not arching as you're doing this. Really focusing on digging those heels in. It's helpful to think about pushing the heels down versus lifting the hips up. Sometimes when you lift the hips up, the back will arch. If you keep on the abs tight and push the heels down, you get more glutes out of this exercise. Oh, yeah. All right, the crab hold. 1, 2, 3, 5. Scrubbing the floor. 1, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to walk my feet out a little bit farther away. See if I can get a little bit bigger challenge on that. So the closer the feet are, you can actually use the feet to hold up some of your body weight. So if you need to make it easier, try that as an option. But as the feet move farther away, it gets harder. Doesn't have to be that far. It really just a matter of a couple inches. You could feel a difference. Let's go way out. And I'm mostly holding up a good chunk of my body with just that arm. curtsy. The curtsy lunge. All right, again, front of the foot on there. Let me just show you from the a different angle here. All right, tipping out, so I'll go not too far down at first. Tipping in, coming there. So you can do it without too much knee bend there. It's more of a reaching to the side, or I could take it down a little bit farther here. Nice. Reaching and squeezing. All right, we're getting close to the final round here. All right, final set. Final set. The fly push up. All right. Try a few from my toes just to show off. The show off doesn't last long though. Oh, I was trying to hop that one in. All right, back to these. 10 seconds. Oh man. Hopefully you're burning up too. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Don't drop that head in. All right, slide back. Slide back, lunge. Face down this time. Make sure as you're doing these, the knee is tracking pretty straight ahead. All right? That means I don't want to show this too wrong because it'll hurt my knee. But if I come across here, it's not going to do good. All right? Keeping it squeezing out. I don't like hurting myself either. All right. Don't come all the way up. Get the big burn. Oh, that was good. That was good. All right. Pull over reach here. All right. Reaching out. Oh, and up. Remember, you don't have to go crazy far. You can narrow it, which may be where I'm headed. Right here. Make sure when you're coming back in, it's not getting lower back. Tighten your butt up a little bit. Tighten your abs. So it comes through the abs and butt, not the lower back. And I'd rather you fail than to do it badly. All right, another way you could do it, you can march it in and march it out. March it in and march it out. All right, one leg slider on the other side. Oh boy, we're getting there. Almost halfway through the last round. Dropping in, pressing up. Pressing that heel into the ground. Toes straight ahead. Oh yeah. The sweat's starting to do some good stuff here. I'm noticing some sweat. The longer you've been at the workout, the higher the heart rate will be. My heart rate is now doing pretty good. The yellow there for a moment. Ooh. Snow angels. Snow angels. All right. Back of the hands on those sliders. Sweeping around. The upper body is the most important part. If you got sliders for the lower body, that's great. But you can't just leave it still and focus on what those shoulders are doing, because this is our upper body focus exercise. Get a little stretch in there. Pressing the back of the hands hard into the sliders. Flex those upper back muscles, chest sticks out. Shoulders away from the ears. All right, glute bridge. Squeeze in. I'll do some little pulsing squeezes on this one. Squeeze hard at the top. Abs pulled in. Imagine that heels going down. Think about you're trying to drive those heels through the floor. The more you get that, the more glutes you'll feel. All right? The butt. The butt. Oh, that's burning kind of nice. We're getting there. We're getting there. Fire burning. Almost there. All right, good. All right, the crab circle. Remember, you can have your butt on the ground, all right? So sometimes in the workout, you have to regress a little bit. Maybe you start off pretty strong, but now your posture is getting yuck, all right? Make sure you keep it going strong. Oh, that quality time on that tricep. When you're leaning on that, you can feel that sucker. You can feel that sucker going. We'll try to squeeze those armpit muscles so you get this muscle right underneath the armpit there as well. That comes with trying to be as tall as you can. Curtsy. In the words of Uncle Jesse from Full House, have curtsy. He didn't say that. Here we go. See if I can get a little boost to the heart rate. I was laying down those last couple, so it typically goes down for some of those laying down exercises. It's still pumping though. Still working. And you see some of the results when you stand back up. You go, oh, my heart's still going. If I was just laying there doing nothing, it wouldn't be still going. Remember, only go as far down as you got control for. Oh, my king. A curtsy for you. Ah, nice. Got muscles worked, total body workout, using the sliders. Some exercises on the sliders are amazing. It's tough to find replicas for it. Some of the other ones are merely okay. All right, so you use the sliders as a tool. It doesn't have to be sliders and only sliders, but this is an example of how you could use sliders and only sliders to get a pretty solid workout there, right? I got my armpit muscles, I got my chest, I got my back, I got my abs, got quads, hamstrings, a little bit of calf in there, very good. Definitely the butt. All right, so I got the glutes in there too. All right, so that is a great workout. Kept the heart rate up a little bit, that alternating muscles there, upper body, lower body, and a little calorie burn. It's done pretty quick. All right, so about 30 minutes. Here we go, got it done. All right? So check out some other stuff. Do a stretch. Stretch, 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 stretch. I can't emphasize it enough. It's not included with this video, but there are other videos that we have that have a great stretch routine to finish off with. The more flexible you are, the younger you feel. And boy, I know that from experience. All right? So have fun and be safe. God bless. God, thank you for bodies that can do this work. Help us to be wise in how we move our bodies. And, thank you for, the opportunity, the determination really to create the time and to use our energy in this way. Help it to come back to us in maybe ways that we don't even recognize, that we have better strength and more positivity for the people around us. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, amen. Ta-ta!